And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That must mean it's time for GotBot Goes Live. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you're at it, light 'em up, baby. Hit the notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton, and it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that in the description down below, also in the description down below. And if you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And yes, indeed, what a week it has been. It's been such a topsy-turvy, up and down week for me. Work has been kind of wild, but hey, we hit $6,000 in the old subs department and going up from there. More the merrier in this community, right? And I kind of have been toying with doing some hot takes on some stuff. I done one for Metal Hawk. Seems like it went all right. I'm hoping that this will become something a little more, I'll say, regular. It's not so much that I have a schedule or anything like that for it, but we'll see what happens with it, right? It's a quick little 1 minute short thing, but it might be an option for kind of, some quick thoughts here and there about Transformers or about life in general or anything else that I might have an interest in. You never know what might pop up there. I will also note right now that tomorrow, it'll be a bit later in the day, I suspect, but tomorrow we will be looking at the final combined mode comparison between the Legacy Evolution Menasor and my custom Combiner Wars one to see which one wins, so to speak, or maybe there is no winner. We'll see tomorrow. There's a fair amount to unpack there in terms of we're going to compare the vehicle modes. We're going to compare the robot modes. We're not showing the transformations. We've already shown that. And then finally, we will compare combined mode to combined mode. So like kind of who is the best set of Stunticons and then who is the best Menasor. And yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. I'm just going to get things set up here. I hope you guys are having a good week yourself. Pardon the shaking there. I apologize. Let's see. Hold on. Let's get that out there. And we're going to do this over here. And we're going to go here. And we'll see what's what and who is here. Hey, Ultra Megatronus, happy you're here. Hey, Marvelous Prime, Caldeo. Hey, Jay. Hey, H&E Games. This account's name is Red on this channel's chat. Interesting. A little busy with the plans, trying something different. Yeah, well, you do you, man. Survive fan. Hey, Input. Thanks, I appreciate it, Ultra Megatronus. What did you think of the double dealer Digibash I sent you on Discord? Oh, wise guy. I mean, it was. I honestly, I thought that it looked like a version of him from Animated. That's what I would have guessed at. I'm not a big Digibash guy. A lot of times I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie. But when I saw it, the first thing that came to me was this would probably be an iteration of him if he wasn't animated. That was my take on it. Hey Jay. Legacy Menasor wins. No, Legacy Menasor does not just necessarily win because it's newer. I'm not going to say that Legacy Menasor. To me, newer, it does not equate better. I'm not that guy. I've never been that guy. I'm never going to be that guy. If you are, cool, you do you. But, I mean, if that's the case, you're never going to be satisfied with anything, right? Because you'll always say everything is better. I don't know. To each their own, I guess. Tomorrow's review must have taken you a lot of time. It was, it's not overly long per se because there's no transformations and stuff shown. What took a lot of time was the actual filming and the editing because I did have to do all the transformations and stuff. And that did take some time. Had some rough weather down here. That's every day here. That's every day where I live is rough weather, man. Yeah, I'm here. I am here. Well, we're gonna get into the news very shortly, Caldeo. Let's see. All right, let's kick things off here. So, in the news, very first thing is from Forever Clever. They have a number of items that they showed off this past week, including some wall tumblers and some action gliders and some ID tags and some stickers and so on and so on. A lot of, this stuff that is branded for Transformers, but it's not directly Transformers. There might be a countdown here at some point of like Transformers merchandise that's not Transformers at some point. Maybe. We'll see. TFCon announced that Stan Bush himself will be there. Of course, Stan always full of some great stories. But I thought that was very interesting that we also have Tiana Camacho, who has also been announced for TFCon LA. If you don't know the name and you don't know who that is, she is going to be Earthspark Frenzy. And in the announcement, there was like a picture of Earthspark Frenzy next to her. If you've been watching Earthspark, then you probably have an idea. But if you haven't, then it's interesting just to note that it's not the Frenzy that you necessarily know really well. It is like a teal and purple kind of coloration, and it looks like Frenzy's holding a guitar. I can't recall if Frenzy's in the first 10 episodes or not. I really, really don't remember if she's in there or not, or if this will be up and coming. Maybe somebody can remind me, because it's been a while since I watched it. And of course, I watched it on like a site, so I might have missed something. And it was the sort of thing like, if I missed something, or it was just in passing, like I didn't have a chance to go back and rewatch it, and I certainly didn't rewind or anything like that. So if I missed it, I missed it, right? At this point. But I think it's pretty cool. Rise of the Beasts showed off their Beast Alliance line, which is like their smaller, more simplified line. I said last week, in reference to a number of these things, that I thought some of them were okay. My opinion is a little bit different on some of them now. So we did see the like Battle Masters, Cheetor, Rhinox, and Skull Crusher. We actually saw them. I mean, I guess they're okay. They're tiny. They're only Battle Masters. It is what it is. Then we saw the what's it called, like Battle Change or whatever. And hold on, I got to make sure that I'm finding this right now. Hold on. Yeah, Battle Change, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Rhinox. They look all right. I got nothing against them. They look somewhat simplistic, but I mean, they look all right. The 2-in-1 Optimus Prime Nerf Blaster was shown, I guess, if you want that. And then we saw the Beast Combiners, and I was really disappointed in these. This is Optimus Primal and Skull Cruncher. This is Optimus Prime and Chain Claw. And oh, and it was also Bumblebee, RC and Silver Fang. I think the RC and Silver Fang look okay. Actually, I think the RC looks pretty darn good. I was a bit disappointed with the Optimus Prime. I thought the Primal was okay. It was all right. We also saw the I don't know what we call it. We also saw B and Snarl Saber. I was really disappointed in B, because did I get that wrong? Hold on. I think I got that wrong. The combiners are RC and Silverfang. I'm okay with. Optimus Primal and Skull Cruncher, I'm okay with, though Optimus Primal's face is like all blue. It looks a little derpy. Bumblebee and Snarl Saber, I was really disappointed with. I think Snarl Saber as armor looks pretty good, but I felt like the Bumblebee looks like it's super duper limited in articulation and hollow and cheap. I thought that the stock photos for that looked a lot better than the in hand, a lot better. Then we also had the Beast Weaponizers. That was the Optimus Primal and Chain Claw, which I thought looked all right, and Optimus Prime and Chain Claw, and Optimus Primal and Arrow Stripe. So I think the Weaponizers of Prime and Primal with their little weapons, I think that's okay. I think the combiners, where they're basically wearing armor, I think RC is probably the strongest of those combiners. I feel like the B is the weakest, and the Optimus Primal and Skull Cruncher is the like middle of the road one, so to speak. We also saw the Beast Mode Bumblebee. It's pretty large. We saw the Smash Changers Optimus Prime, but like that's been out here for months and months and months. It is in a box for Cyberverse, but it is this exact same Optimus. I mean, the paint looks cool. Other than that, it's junk. We also saw the masks up close, the Primal and the Bumblebee mask. Um, I guess if you're into masks, I suppose. Large robots, pretty lanky, kind of hollow, but I do think the Primal is more of a success than the Bumblebee. Is that right? Do I have that right? I can't remember if I got that right. I think so, though. I thought that the Primal was more successful than the Bumblebee, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, it is what it is. Nothing from that line really speaks to me. I saw it and I was like, okay, I don't know what it's going to cost or anything, but I feel like all of that stuff that I just mentioned to you is going to be the stuff that's going to clog the shelves and clog the shelves and clog the shelves. I mean, we still have shelves full of the Cyberverse gimmick stuff. And I mean chock full. It does not sell. This gimmicky stuff, I find here, I can only speak for here, it just plain does not sell. It gets there, it rots. I don't know if it ever sells. I don't know if it goes to like some sort of a, well, we don't really have much in the way of bargain stores. I don't know what happens to it. Maybe it just goes thrown away. I don't know, but I, I don't have high hopes for that stuff. I looked at it and I'm like, eh. A lot of it just looked cheap. A lot of it just didn't have much paint. I don't know. It wasn't for me. It might be for you. However, I guess it's cool to note that we do have those products coming out. On something a little more interesting, we do also have, this is a bit weird. It is merchandise, but it's not, it's not releases. It is G1 desk pads. These are 90 long by 40 wide by 4 millimeters thick. They have a nice stitched edge. There's a number of images on them, including the backdrop that was on the back of the like G1 packaging. Certainly the season one with that famous Optimus Prime and the Star Scream kind of coming at him. We all know the back of the G1 packaging. And then I think once the Titans and stuff got released, they had the one with like Metroplex and Trypticon and stuff on it. So there's also one that has that image on it. Plus, there's one that got Grimlock on it. Soundwave is on another one. Optimus Prime as a truck is on another one. Optimus versus Megatron, basically, where like they're face to face. And then there's Optimus kind of holding the Matrix in front of him. It's not a full body thing. It's only like a chest up where he's holding it. The color's okay. So they're desk pads if you want something to protect your desk, I guess. Let's talk real quickly about Metal Hawk and Twincast. So Twincast is just, it's Blue Blaster, right? If you like Blaster, you'll like Twincast. I don't think I'm in for it. I don't think I need it. The Metal Hawk is great. However, it was reported that there was a sighting in Quebec, and indeed there was. Andy saw it and got it, and yeah, it was there, but it was in a local comic shop. In the US, many people are getting it from BBTS for some wild, outlandish reason. Big Bad Toy Store got theirs super duper early, I guess. I here in Canada have yet to find a place that's offering them before June. So don't, unless the dates change, don't expect anything from me with that wave until about June, because that's when the street dates are. I find it very interesting that a lot of people are getting them early. I would like to see more of that. Once it's announced, put the bloody thing out. Don't announce it and then have 5 or 6 months of a wait. Announce it, put it out. Boom, done. Go buy it. Simple as that. And don't limit the stock. Don't have it if you don't buy it in 5 minutes, you're not going to get it. That's BS. Just put it out there. Let people cogitate on it and think about it and say, do I want this? Yeah, maybe. Okay. And then be able to go and buy it. Just saying. So I do like the business. I'm just surprised that it happened. Let's put it that way. It is what it is. I do find it interesting that with Metal Hawk, a lot of people were like, is it a reuse of Cyclonus? And I was like, yeah, it definitely is. And they were like, I don't know, the plane don't look like Cyclonus. No, it doesn't, because once you kind of take the shoulders and rotate them down, instead of angling the arms back so they're toward like the feet, even though the shoulders rotate down, now the arm still is forward toward the nose cone. That might sound weird to say, but anybody who knows the Cyclonus arm transformation or knows Metal Hawk's transformation knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's a very minor difference, in terms of, and there's other differences too, but I'm just talking about the arms. It's a very minor difference with the arms, but it makes two completely different plain silhouettes. And I like that. That's simple, but clever transformation. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? What else do we have here? Renegade Con. We talked about this already. Renegade Con Virtual basically had some tabletop games that they were talking about. We already know that there was an expansion pack crossover with G.I. Joe. They also announced a War for Cybertron pack where basically you take control of different cities on Cybertron and you seek to rule Cybertron by ruling more cities. There's also another one called The Time Is Now. I don't know anything. I tried to even read it. I tried to look at the cards. Like, it was gobbledygook to me. I don't understand these card games and hit points. And if you do this, it's +4. And if you do this, it's plus. I don't, none of, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. I've never played D&D or, Pokemon was after me. Like, I don't get these card games. They're not my thing, but if they're yours, check them out from Renegade Con Virtual, because they have what seems to be a number coming up. I assume this is something different from the trading card game, because didn't that come to an end? I'm not going to lie. I don't know much about this stuff, but I do want to let you know so that you can go and, search it up yourself. There's one, like I said, called War for Cybertron, another called The Time Is Now, and of course the G.I. Joe crossover. So that's a lot of different packs for people that are into that. Let's talk a little bit about Rise of the Beast for a moment, shall we? Rise of the Beast, Optimus Prime, Rhinox, Voyagers shown. So I think the Rhinox looks all right. It's interesting that the horns are on his left shoulder rather than just being on the head on the back. I feel like for the most part, the body is okay for Rhinox. I wish that there was a little more gray than brown. I wish that the front of him had a little bit of gold on it, just so it seemed a little more Rhinoxy. The head sculpt surprised me. It is more of a departure than I expected, but I do love the eye detail where they actually have the green iris and the black pupil. I think that the detailing on the face and the eye is really, really nice. He looks solid in both modes. I think he makes a pretty decent, respectable Rhino. I don't really have a problem with Rhinox. He seems to be a good Voyager size too, about the size of the Kingdom Rhinox, which is honestly still in line with about the Generations Rhinox. Like, yeah, I'm cool with that. Then we get to Optimus Prime. Why would anybody get this? I don't understand it. Here's why I don't understand it, because I'm going to take this guy in my hand for a moment. He is a Voyager. We know this, even though he was sold as a leader. But as it is, come on, we all know that this is a Voyager. The new Optimus Prime, by the way, this well-known, popular Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime is the same height size as this. And then we have the new one, which basically looks like the Studio Series 38 with a few different, I guess, colorations. We don't have the yellow on the hips anymore. And his chest, like upper chest parts, are now silver instead of red. But he only comes to about like here. So like this guy's too small, but head of Orion Pax is right now I have a position at about the shoulder of Optimus Prime. That's where the head of the new Voyager comes when they're standing next to each other. Quite a bit smaller than this. And I already thought that this was quite a bit smaller for Voyager. I don't like it. I maybe it's engineered well. I find in truck mode, I mean, they literally did nothing with the feet. Let's just fold the feet up. Here's the thing. If we didn't have the Studio Series 38, I would probably say this is small. Do not pay a full Voyager price for it. Do not do that. You people, or a lot of people, have already done that and already said it's okay to give a smaller with things like the Hot Rod. He's not the only one, but he was the first one. For the love of God, do not support this at full price. The only way I could see this Voyager being worth full price is if they're going to lower the price of Voyagers. I don't see them doing that, but then maybe. If we didn't have the Studio Series 38, I would probably say, you know what, get this one if you want a B movie Optimus Prime. Or you want a Bumblebee universe, I don't know what we call it, version of Optimus Prime. I don't feel like there's enough of a design difference between this Optimus and the Studio Series 38 in terms of look. I'm sure the engineering is completely different, But in terms of look, I don't feel like there's enough of a difference to make this newer, smaller one better. If you like the silver up on the chest, get the Studio Series 38 or a KO thereof and paint the upper chest. I'm willing to bet that you will look at it and say, wow, you know what? That's way better. I feel like there's a lot of unpainted gray plastic on this Optimus. I don't know. I'm sure it has a great parts count. I'm sure it has, wonderful engineering, even though the feet do literally nothing. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling the Rhinox, okay. I'm not really feeling the Optimus. Not yet. Maybe my mind will change as we see more, but initially, I'm more impressed with the Rhinox than the Optimus Prime. Iron Romance showed their 10-centimeter Legends class Samurai 6-armed Beast Wars Rampage. Very similar to the Iron Factory one. I don't know if Iron Factory and Iron Romance are the same company or in cahoots or two totally different things. This is a weird, glorious, beautiful Rampage with 6 arms, 4 of them remove. Apparently, it is done because it helps with the transformation to his like crab mode. I don't know how much truth is to it. So if you want a 6-armed Legends sized weirdo, this Rampage might be right up your alley. I don't know, maybe. I think it looks gorgeous. I think it looks beautiful. I think the detailing on it is amazing. I think the amount of articulation, considering the dude has 6 arms, looks pretty stellar. I mean, I don't hate it. I'm just a little confounded by it, and I think it looks beautiful. I'm sure in hand on a shelf, it'll look great with a Legend scale Beast Wars collection. Take that for what you will. We're not going to talk about that just yet, or any of that just yet. We're going to save that, but I will go over here, and we will talk. Actually, yeah, I'll talk about a couple of things here. Core, Grimlock, Thundercracker, Nemesis Prime, also out in the U.S. They were spotted at a Target. So not only does BBTS have the Voyagers, but that wave that was announced of Core Class also out in the U.S. So I don't know. Start checking your targets, I guess. We also saw images of NPM Revenge of the Fallen Starscream, the movie masterpiece version. I have to say, I love the first one, the original. I think that the Revenge of the Fallen looks even better. The head looks like it has way more paint, and the tats look really crisp, clean, sharp lines. I've never really liked the tats from Revenge of the Fallen on other versions of Starscream before the NPM. I think they look beautiful. I think the original was excellent. I think that the Revenge of the Fallen is better, and that's the first time I've ever said that about a Revenge of the Fallen reuse, repaint of an earlier movie Starscream mold. So that really says something about the quality of what NPM was trying to pull off with that Revenge of the Fallen Starscream that I'm looking at and saying I think it's better than the first one. Trumpeter, remember Trumpeter? They did a number of model kits. They're easy to put together. I think they're pre-painted. They're fairly small. Well, they are back with a Last Night Bumblebee kit. This kit will stand 9.5 centimeters tall. So again, we're talking about Legend scale, basically. But it comes with 70 parts. And get this, for something that's only 10 centimeters, man, it will have 27 points of articulation. Whoo, baby. Doesn't transform, but really, really, really amazing. Now, I don't know these kits well, but I know the look of these kits, and I know that they look really good. I would love to hear from somebody who knows these kits better than me as to A, how easy or hard they are to put together, and B, I guess just how solid they are once they're together. Like, it's great to have 27 points of articulation, but if it falls apart, well, then that's no good, right? So I'd be interested to know a little bit more about it, but I know it looks really, really beautiful. Funko Pop. Okay. I thought this was dubious when it was announced, and I still think it's dubious. So they showed off their NFT, right? Their what is it, fungible or whatever it is, tokens. Exclusive Devastator, which had a run of 1,550. Hot Rod, which also had a run of 1,550. And the Golden Lagoon Optimus Prime with Matrix that had a run of 999 pieces. We've also seen images of Sideswipe that looks very much like, well, Sideswipe. Funko Freddy dressed up as Bumblebee. He's basically, Bumblebee for Halloween, right? and Rumble, but really it's Frenzy because it's the black and red one. I'm not into pops. I don't understand their existence. I don't get the point of them. They just stand there with big heads. But I know that they're popular. I know a lot of people love them. These ones, to get these 6, apparently you had to collect tokens from digital purchases of digital content or whatever, and then you had to redeem these tokens. It seems like a shady way, man. This has like some, NFT, crypto sort of nonsense. I feel like all that is very shady, fly by night. I got to be honest. This wouldn't be for me. Maybe it's for you. It's not. It's not an arena that I'm in or that I have even a remote interest of ever entering, because I think the bottom's going to fall out of that, just like it did with the internet bubble in the early 2000s, right? Just saying. Let's check in with you guys, and then we're going to do the most interesting of the news, which is my thoughts on the numerous kind of reveals the whole year sort of planned out for us now, and one of that I'm particularly excited for, and we could have new hope for something that I'm really excited for. So let's go up. Let's just check in with you guys here first before I go on with that. I wanted to get kind of the more preliminary news out of the way, because there was a lot of that too, right? I'm not sure how far up I got to go here. Let's just see. I'm sure I missed a lot. I think it was probably around here. Hey, Dragonfly. Hey, Nickel. Marcus. If I didn't say it, I hate eyes. That Skull Cruncher and Optimus Primal reminds me of the Bat Primal and Croc Megatron 2-pack from Beast Wars. Yeah, I guess. Maybe it's an homage to it. Who knows? Doing some editing. Don't let me distract you, Anthony. Don't let me distract you. As we go down here a bit. Hey, Ken, if I didn't say it already, buddy. I picked up the Legacy Menasor this week for 45. The whole Menasor? The whole thing lands for 45. What is that, pounds? That's really good. If you got the entire Legacy Menasor for that, that's wildly good. Good for you, man. Amazon had the Cyberverse Smash Prime in the USA for $20. Not worth no $20. It's not worth $5. I don't think it's worth anything. I don't like it. I seen MGO got Metal Hawk already. Don't know what? Already didn't know he was coming out so soon. He came out, like I said, through BBTS. Don't worry, Mike. It's not in Canada. It's only that one comic book store in Quebec, in Canada. Hey, Caldio. What's Caldio say here? I like the Optimus Primal comes with Skull Cruncher, which could be a subtle nod to Megatron. Yeah, it could, I guess. I don't know. I think everybody's overthinking that, but whatever. I just wish that he was painted better. That's my only real gripe with the Primal there that comes with Skull Cruncher. I wish he was painted better. He's a lot of gray, and I just feel like they blopped on the blue, and it looks formless. They should have taken better care with the paint. That's all I'm going to say on that. You don't need to apologize to me, Marcus. You got a life, buddy. Kids might like them. Collectors, not sure. I mean, maybe. I don't even think kids are going to like it. I don't. Kids are, I've said this a million times. Kids are kids. They're not stupid. They know junk from good. Thank you. Hope to put up some content that you'll. Hey, Paul. Am I familiar with Big Nerdy at? No, I don't. I've never even heard of it. I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I've done business with, and he's very. No, I don't. I've never even heard of it. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, it's not. No, it's not someone I know, Paul. Let's see. Hold on. I was on the road last week. Was able to listen, but was hard to talk much. Absolutely, man. Earthspark Twitch is good. The others are garbage. That's what Ninja Bill told me too. I mean, I don't know, but that's what Ninja Bill told me. I really missed that G installed box art. Looked so gorgeous. It really did. It really did. And it was always fun to try and kind of like figure out who was who back there, you know, because some of them were easy, but some of them were not. CMD store. Yeah, I don't buy from scalpers though. Right. I don't consider that a store, Jay. I don't consider that a business. I consider that garbage that shouldn't exist. I only do business with reputable businesses. I avoided the Earthspark stuff. I looked at the toys and they look cheap. I mean, that's fair. It's fair criticism. A lot of people have said that. I like her, but that's the only one I'm getting. We have a South Mississippi Toy Fest coming up. Yeah, we don't get any of that sort of stuff, but enjoy. Go. Why not? That ROTB Optimus is trash. I agree. Not worth 35 bucks. Try 50 because that's what he would be here. Like, I'm sorry. Not a chance. Now, I've said it. I've been saying it since Hot Rod. I'm not willing to accept your less for more money. I'm not willing to do it. That's when I'm out. That's when I'm going to tap out because I don't do getting scammed by a multi-billion-dollar company. Sorry. I don't care about lining your pockets. I care about saving my money for the best products I can get. And if that drives me to third party, guess that's what'll happen. I really missed that G1 style box art. Yep, we already got that. As we go down here a bit, Bumblebee Optimus is my Studio Series Optimus. Yeah, like I get that. I mean, I assume when you say the Bumblebee Optimus being your Studio Series Optimus, I assume you mean the SS38. I mean, that thing is well renowned. I don't know the mold. I've never handled it. I don't know anything about it, but I know how well renowned it is, and I know how much engineering went into it because the transformation is bonkers for it. So I respect that. Rescue Bots, Energize Optimus Prime is my prime. Looks like the G1, but more stylized. Studio Series 38 Optimus Prime is one of the best of that line. I wouldn't know. I mean, I can't speak to it, but I know it's popular and I know it looks good. Hey Manitoba, SS38 is great, but still had its flaws. The ROTB Optimus looks promising. Hopefully, the SS version improves on it. That's the thing. I think that rather than the main line Optimus, I think Batfang got it. I think that if you're in for this look for Optimus, I'm feeling wait for a Studio Series release, honestly. But that's just me. You do you. Beast Wars Rampage, I want a figure of our favorite Protoform Maniac. Me too, but I mean, I got the original, so I'm cool if I wait. What flaws I have SS38 and the premium finish. So Jay's wondering what flaws the SS38 has. I can't speak to it. I don't know. He looks like Twig rather than a Twitch to me. What? I just can't. He looks like a Twig rather than a Twitch to me. I mean, it's a she. Twitch is a she. I can't spend my money on something that looks so cheap, at least to me. Apologies to all who like it. Model kits aren't my thing either. I'm with you there, Survive Fan. 24 points. Wow, imagine one of those big stop motion YouTubers get their hands on that kit, right? The leader of Revenge of the Fallen Megatron wasn't bad. No, it wasn't too bad. You're right. NFTs actually stand for scam. You're not going to get an argument from me. My wife loves Pops. We live in a living room full of... And, like, here's the thing. I don't get it. My wife has a couple of Pops. I have one. I have one Pop. And that one Pop is special to me because it's my good luck Snake Eyes. And that was thanks to Ultra Megatrons. But to collect them, it's not my thing. Now, I do know... I actually know a principal. And if you go in his office is covered in Pops. I mean, cool. If that's your thing... I'm not saying don't have be your thing. I'm just saying I don't understand why it's people's thing. That's all. But you know what? It is, and they sell like hotcakes, and it's extremely popular, and it's been a cash cow for Funko. So honestly, who am I to say anything? You know, I mean, enjoy what it is you enjoy. I just don't get it. I don't think that you should have to go and buy a bunch of NFT tokens to redeem them to get product. Just put the physical product out. Just saying. If they were like Walmart exclusives or something, maybe. Not doing crypto. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that jumped down on me. ROTF Mixmaster was the worst figure I ever owned. I never owned it, but I've heard only bad things about it. SS38, the inside of the lower legs don't tab. It had the incorrect feet, the folded kibble on the forearms and the lower back with the front cab wheels sticking out and wider than the lower back. So that's some of the stuff that Batfan thought was wrong with the Studio Series 38. By the way, it's probably already been announced on here, but I'm sure we're all I haven't announced any Origins Wheeljack, but I'm getting to it. I'm getting to my hope for that. I'm getting to my hope for that, but it's not announced. Hey, Fire Prime. There is Best Buy in Canada, but they don't carry Transformers. Did you get my message about my email account status? I don't know. If I did, I haven't seen it yet. Ended up getting the Metal Gear Pterosaur, and it is absolutely tremendous. I mean, is that the MP one? It's weird. I've heard the paint is amazing. I've heard the plastic is iffy. I don't know. I don't have that Pterosaur. I do know that it looks amazing. The transformation looks nuts, but I love the way the wings were handled. I'll say that. I mean, I'm not getting it because it's like I think it goes with the Masterpiece line, and I got less than zero interest in anything to do with Masterpiece. But I respect the look of the thing. Any chance of a Studio Series Ramhorn and Steeljaw happening? I wouldn't bet on it. No. If anything, I think a Ramhorn and a Steeljaw would likely happen in Legacy, since that's where Blaster is, and Twincast. I could see him coming out in Legacy. I don't see him coming out in Studio Series 86. It wouldn't make sense. The Blaster is already there, right? Although, that being said, as I say that, I'm going to retract it right now, because look at Rumble, right? Rumble goes with the Netflix Soundwave, the Legacy Soundwave, and the Siege Soundwave. So maybe you're onto something, Bill. I don't know. I don't need it. Well, maybe Steeljaw. I don't need Ramhorn. I got the Titans Return one. I'm cool with that. BBTS makes some untimely mistakes. I guess I don't know what you mean by that. I don't shop with them because their business outside of the US is atrocious. Their shipping is insane, and I've never ever not gotten hit with customs from them. They're the only company that I get hit with customs, by the way. Nerd Zoic would be really expensive for him. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, if it's an American company, then I mean, it's no point. It's no point. Thanks to Trump and what he did with the free trade agreement and stuff, to be quite honest, he really made doing international business in North America super hard. Super hard. eBay or Amazon are easier to use. BBTS, I've never dealt with them. In terms of G1 era artwork, I think my favorite has to be the Marvel Comics cover with Power Master Optimus Prime. Yeah, everybody knows that one too, right? That would have been a good one to use on the desk. I don't know what you call them, the desk pads, I guess. Picked up Mint Unopened Universe Prowl this week. So finally have a Nissan Prowl in my collection. I love that Prowl, that Classics Prowl. He's great. He's really great. Let's see. Star Trek sucks. Look at Input making jokes. Like his little magic dance that they do in Star Wars is anything to get excited about. Oh, you're cute, Input. You're adorable. No, Star Trek is infinitely better, bro. You know it. I know it. You tell yourself what you gotta tell yourself to sleep at night, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Do you know any other retailers possibly selling Crasher? No, because it's a Walmart exclusive. So Walmart. That's it. At least for now. I mean, I assume at some point it'll probably come out elsewhere, but no, I really don't. I wish I could help you more, Marcus, but it's a Walmart exclusive, at least in North America. That's all I can tell you. Legacy Leader 1 and Blaster 39 at, I don't know what BB is, but okay. $39 seems expensive. Maybe not for Blaster. Seems expensive for Legacy Alita. I think Studio Series Rise of the Beast Air Razor is lazy. Why? It's the best Air Razor mold we've ever had. Yeah, use the heck out of that. I love it. I think it looks excellent. I know, and that is why the ladies love it. I don't get the point. I gotta be honest. I'm just gonna say I don't understand the point of Star Wars. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. I don't get all the little magic that they do, and they're fighting with their little light swords. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I've never gotten it. I don't get it. I don't understand the appeal. I know that it's huge, and I know that what's his name, George Lucas made billions upon billions of dollars off it. I get it's a gigantic franchise and stuff. I just don't understand it. I mean, my wife likes it, and I've watched it because of her, but I can't say I enjoy it. I don't. I feel like I'm obligated to at some point see the last one, but I'm only meh on them. Aren't you watching a movie?
What we like, and nobody is better.
Actually, Input said that Star Trek sucks. So he was the one who started it. And then Anthony agreed with him. So, I mean, I had to try and defend the franchise that I like, right?
Both have their merits.
There you go. Listen to Starscream Wife. Both have their merits. You heard it here first. I don't get the merits. Who else here is from the South Mississippi area? I think Marcus is asking that. Let's see. Did you see? Yes, we're going to talk about Jazz. I'm not there yet. And it's not an upgrade. I wouldn't call it an upgrade, Gabriel. I mean, people have asked me about Crasher. Crasher's old news here. October. Crasher came out in October of last year here. Now, and it hasn't been restocked. I think that is an oversight. Should have been restocked. I have a couple of pops, but don't collect them. Yeah, I'm like that, right? I'm trying to keep my eyes out for a few people. I hope we can get an Origins Wheeljack. I'm not there. I'm not reading the comments for stuff that I'm not down to yet, guys. Why would they do Tetrajets build? Tetrajets are done. It was done in Siege. Okay, whatever. Am I looking forward to Picard Season 3? Can't wait. Salivating. Absolutely salivating because Season 1 and Season 2 are brilliant. So well written. So well written. I'm with Nate. Tetrajet. See, Starscream Wife looks forward to it too. She actually likes Picard. Some of the other stuff she's been a bit iffy on, but she likes Picard. Who doesn't like Picard? Picard can be in anything. Patrick Stewart can do no wrong. I love both Star Wars and Star Trek. There you go. Mike likes both. See? Right? Mike is the one that thinks we should all just get along because he likes both. The animated Star Wars stuff is where it's at for me, says Nate. He said Star Trek, Dennis. I don't know what you're talking about, Eyes. I'm planning on getting the Rise of the Beast Air Razor. I like her bot and beast mode better. That's fair. I know, but that's the Bumblebee movie ones. I'm talking no, it's not the Bumblebee movie ones. The Siege ones are, if anything, they're the closest ones to the more that meets the eye. The very triangular Tetrajets from that G1 episode were done by Impossible Toys, and they were deemed to be an utter failure. I don't know. I honestly think that the Siege ones are your Tetrajets. There you go. The ones you're thinking about are the Bumblebee movie ones in Studio Series, which were also Tetrajets, but they were different again. And then there was the video game War for Cybertron Tetrajets, but they were different again. They've done a lot of Tetrajets. Tetrajets have been done a lot. Star Wars has been going on through a hard time because everyone's getting sick, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about that fandom. I don't know anything about the products. I honestly, I wouldn't be able to have a very good conversation on it. You're talking about mental illness and mental ward. I think you're talking about the one with Riker when he's being. It was a confusing episode when he's being manipulated. Yeah, it was. That was a wild episode. Dennis is watching Star Wars night. No, I'm not. By the time I get off here with you guys, give me about an hour and a half, and I'm going to bed. It's late here, right? Hey, Dunn, watch the original trilogy as if it was a Shakespearean tragedy. Protagonist fearing to end up like, no, it's not. It's not Shakespeare. I'm sorry, Dunn. It's not. It's not. You're no. No, it's not an upgrade from the 86 Jazz, Gabriel. Stop it. And do that. The ending of Picard season 2 was a bit of a tearjerker. Absolutely was. Oh, for both ships. Oh, okay. Are you selling them or something? I don't know what you're. I don't like Fire Prime. I don't know what you're doing. Is this something you're selling? I don't know what you're doing. Hey, Emperor. Any new collabs? There is, but I don't like. I wouldn't be able to tell you what they are because right now it's just numbers on them. There was an actress from Picard season 2 who passed away recently. Yes, she played the Borg Queen. Man, I really missed out on the bots there. Hey, I have 2 pops came in Transformers lunchboxes. Oh yeah, okay. Picard season 2 has been the worst season of Star Trek in the last 30 years. You don't know what you're talking about, Don. You don't have a clue what you're talking about. Star Wars is a Shakespearean tragedy. Picard season 2 wasn't good. You're out to lunch, dude. Out to lunch. I love that, but what? I love both, but Star Wars equals Chinese dynasty drama meets space wizards. Star Trek equals science, politics, and innovation. But that's what the world is: science, politics, and innovation. Star Wars became big because of the toys. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think it just became big because of the time, right? When it first came out. I mean, man had gone on the moon 6 or 7 years earlier, so I mean, it was what it was, right? I'm skipping all of the Rise of the Beast stuff. There's nothing there I'm planning on getting. Patrick Stewart as Alpha Trion, that'd be great. What? Wait, Dinobot a Star Wars fan then? I don't know what you're saying there. Yeah, I said that, Emperor. Other than the numbers, no, I wouldn't be able to tell you any actual like names of collabs. Say, not sure if you saw it, but I got a bunch of slack because I decided to stop collecting. And I did see that, Paul, and everybody was like, "Good luck with that, good luck with that," and blah blah blah. I was like, "Good for you, man." But I did see it. Weird how they never done Star Trek Transformers because they've done Star Wars ones. Star Wars is not Shakespeare so much as it is the archetypal hero's journey, much like 86, I guess. Oh, you picked them up. So you picked them up, Fire Prime, for 39 together. Okay, well, that is a good deal then. That's a good deal. I wasn't understanding what you were saying, man, but that is a good deal. Not really as much of a variety of vehicles to do. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to do the ships, really. Maybe a runabout, maybe a shuttlecraft. It's just the variety is not there. And same with the characters, because most of them are just dudes in a uniform, right? Rather than all these other different aliens and stuff, right? Okay, so let's get into the most important of the news. Buzzworthy Origins Jazz. Oh, yes, sir. Now, no, I wouldn't call it an upgrade. I would call it a completely different take on Jazz. It has nothing to do with Studio Series 86. Studio Series 86 is an Earth mode. This is the Cybertronian mode that he had in the very first episode when he kind of like drives across and he goes on that thing and he goes up on like the elevator shaft and then he transforms and talks to Optimus. That's the extent of it. But this nails it. Now, people have asked me for the last couple of years, do I think we're going to get an Origins Wheeljack? And I was like, I doubt it, man. I mean, we got the Origins Bumblebee because it was the buzzworthy Bumblebee line. It made sense. But now that we've had Jazz, oh, man, come on. We need a Wheeljack, right? You all know how much Wheeljack is my boy. Yes, we need a Cybertron version, an Origins version of Wheeljack. Yes, please. As for the Tetrajets, as far as I'm concerned, they're done. They've done them in Siege. They're out of the way. Maybe they'll try them again. I don't know, but I don't see the point really in trying them again because the Siege Seeker mold is one of the best molds that they've ever done. It's fantastic. Now, before anybody says, it's just a shell thing, you're right. But that's why it works for Tetrajets because it's virtually impossible to end up doing a good mainline Tetrajet to get that weird shape. It's just too odd of a shape. The closest we had was Impossible Toys, and their attempt was admirable, but it was just too much to peg together and stuff, and it just didn't work. I could probably see them re-releasing the Siege ones as like clean molds without the gunk on them, maybe. But at least do a Wheeljack. At least do a Wheeljack. I'd love to see it. So yeah, I'm cool with that. What else do we have? So some of the exclusives coming out this year got leaked as well. We already know that the first two will be Selects Magnificus as well as the Titan Guardian, right? That's been confirmed. We know we're getting a Selects Windsweeper, who I'm pretty sure is going to be a reuse and a remold, I would assume, of Needle Nose. I'm okay with that. That makes sense. But yeah, give me a Trigger Con. Give me the rest of the Trigger Cons. Why not? We're getting an Antagony. I like 100% that is going to be a reuse of the Legacy. What's his name? The Ant. Oh my God, it's it's eluding me now. What's the Ant's name? Somebody tell me the Ant's name in the comments. Inferno. Thank you. There you go, Caldeo. Gabriel, no, you got to stop. It's not an upgrade. No, it's not an upgrade. It's a completely different thing. You keep saying upgrade. It's not. I don't know why you keep saying it. It's not. It's, if anything, it's a little less accurate than the 86 because the chest on the Origins is much smaller. And where he should have silver in some spots, he just got gray unpainted plastic. If you really want to start nitpicking about it, it's not an upgrade. It's just a different take on Jazz. It's as simple as that. Not better, not worse, just different. If anything, it works a nice concert with the 86 because they're about the same size with the two alt modes that he is famously known for. I do find it interesting, by the way, that when Mark showed them side by side, his Jazz obviously had Toy Hack stickers on it. Well, it's an upgrade compared to the FOC. Oh, God, yes. It's an upgrade compared to the FOC Jazz. Absolutely it is. I love the FOC Jazz. But, yes, this is 1,000,000,000% an upgrade to the FOC Jazz. 100%. But, yeah. What else do we have here? There's also going to be, so Antagony is going to be a reuse of Inferno if you're cool with that and if you're in for that. Then we're also getting a Headmaster, but it's just called Headmaster. I think it's called Headmaster 5. It's going to be a deluxe, right? I don't know what the Headmaster is going to be. I would like to think, I'd love to think Siren or Shuda. I would love for it to be Shuda, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll really have to wait and see. I think that one is a real head scratcher. We'll have to wait and see. Movie 7 Jungle Mission. Pretty sure that's going to be a Target exclusive in the US. It's going to be Toys R Us here in Canada. I think it's going to be an exclusive. I think it's going to be in the Buzzworthy line. That's where, you know, the deluxe Cheetor that we saw a little while ago, that deluxe Cheetor is going to be in that jungle pack. Whatever the Fan Fest figure is, whatever that is. So I think the Headmaster and the Fan Fest are the two biggest iffy ones. And Medics, it's pretty clear that Medics is going to be a Walgreens exclusive in the US, GameStop here in Canada. I don't know where elsewhere. Why do I say that? Well, Medics is medical, and everything that's been medical for the last few years has really siphoned through Walgreens. Siege Ratchet, for example, Minerva, for example. So I would suspect that Medics is indeed going to go through Walgreens. But yeah, Origins Jazz, Medics, whatever the FanFest is, the Jungle Mission where the Deluxe Cheetor will be, Headmaster 5, whatever that is, Antagony, Windsweeper, and of course, the next one is going to be the Guardian, and the one that a lot of people are getting now is, in fact, Magnificus. So that's some of what's up and coming in terms of those releases. Then we get to, just want to make sure now that I don't have to go back to anything here. Yeah, then we get to waves 3 and 4 of Legacy. Now, I already talked about 2. We all know about 2. That was what was revealed last week. We all know what 2 is. And we're all now seeing people get it in their hands, and people are getting excited about it. But what about 3 and 4? Well, wave 3. Let's see. Where did I leave that off to? Wave 3 of... Is it? Yeah. Wave 3 of Legacy. Wave 3 of Legacy is due in July. Keep that in mind. Wave 3 of Legacy is due in July. It will have Core Class 2 Scar. Now, some people have said Scar will be the 6th Dinobot. Other people have said Scar will actually be a version of Scar to go with the Earthrise Double Dealer. I don't know. I feel like they're going to use the name Scar incorrectly and apply it to a 6th Dinobot. We'll have to wait and see. Talked about that last week. 2 Swoop, 2 Grimlock, and 2 Starscream. The Grimlock and the Starscream repacks for Wave 3. Remember, this is due in July. Deluxe class will have Axle Grease, a reissue of Tarantulas. If you missed Tarantulas, don't miss it the second time around. Get it. You're welcome. Beachcomber apparently will be in Wave 3. So Beachcomber released in the summer. Sounds about right. And interestingly, Deluxe DevCon. When I honestly thought that DevCon was going to be a reuse of the Voyager Scourge mold. Maybe he's getting his own mold. I'm cool with it. I'm in for a DevCon. Might be in for a Beachcomber. I like Beachcomber. Probably like top 5, right? For the Voyagers this summer, if you are somebody who missed out on the Coneheads, rejoice, because at least Dirge is going to be released in Wave 3 this summer, along with the black and gray repaint of Leo Prime into Nemesis Leo Prime. So of Wave 3 there, probably Beachcomber, DevCon, Axle Grease, and maybe Nemesis Leo. As for the leaders in Wave 3, a reissue of Blitzwing and the Armada Megatron that a lot of people are real excited about. Not me. I'm not a Unicron Trilogy guy, but man, if you are, start getting excited, because I know so many people have asked for so long for a version of Armada Megatron, and man, he's coming. I hope he's everything that you want him to be. I really do. Really do. Let's go down here. Needle Nose can attach to Skyquake in the jet mode. Yes, I've already talked about that too. Down for Jazz. No, is G1 Jazz compare with Origin Jazz? I don't know what you're saying there, Gabriel. I think Orion Pack's 2-pack should have had a door open to the Matrix. Okay, maybe. That was a random thought. Maybe. It's an upgrade in the sense of wanting specifically the Cybertronium mode for Jazz in Sunbow, as opposed to wanting a High Moon style. In terms of the Fall of Cybertron, yes. Is Headmaster Hosehead? It could be Hosehead. There was talk about Hosehead before, Bill, so you could be onto something there. Could be. I think, oh, it could be Headmaster from Animated. Oh, man. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be an animated Headmaster. I didn't even think of that. Oh, good call. Good call, guys. Blue Raccoon and Caldeo. Good call, guys. I'm in for Antagony. Love the mold. Yeah, it's a great mold. I don't really know Antagony, but Earthrise Red Alert. I don't know why you put that. Oh, yeah, Earthrise Red Alert was a Walgreens exclusive in the States too, wasn't it? I didn't like Headmaster gimmicks since animated. The concept is what? Body snatching. Yeah, I'm not too snarled yet, Gabriel, but I'm going to actually get rid of that comment because I don't promote garbage on my channel, and that individual turned out to be a huge piece of human garbage. My sort of crackpot theory for Headmaster 5 is that it is a modern engineering version of Cogman. It could be a Cogman. Hey, Slow DK. Magnificus is already out. It is, yes, you're right. But I mean, that was the first one of 2023 is what I'm talking about. I'm not surprised. What? Sonic Tear would be breakdown? I don't know what you're talking about. Transmetal Tarantulas figure in Earth Spark. Yes, there is. We talked about that last week. Bill, you got to be here every week, man. We talked about that last week, buddy. Scar is in the Dinobot who was a medic who cursed his team in the comics. Oh, the comics are so bad. So bad. I don't know if you're going to finish Core Class Volcanicus in July, Gabriel. There's still Snarl that's not out in July, man. But you'll definitely get well closer. Even though I like my Power of the Primes Beachcomber, I'm going to get the new Legacy Beachcomber. I mean, it depends. I love the Power of the Primes one, so I don't know. We need a tidal wave to connect to the Armada Megatron. I would suspect that will come if Armada Megatron is coming. I mean, I hope you get what you want. Core Class Volcanicus, why? Yeah, I don't get it either, but some people like it. Love Armada Megatron, one of my favorite versions of him, says Mike. Star Wars is a ripoff of Dune, says Andrew. I don't know. I've never watched Dune either. I'm curious to see how they'll execute 86 Ultra Magnus. Me too. He might be Commander. I don't know. That's what I've heard. We'll see. And I'm skipping stuff, guys, because I want to get through the rest of the news and do the unboxing and the trivia and get out of here. Antagony is a Toyline exclusive character. Yeah, I know it's a Toyline exclusive character. That's why I'm only kind of because if it's not on the show, I kind of don't care. But I know that it has a cult following too, and it's a wonderful mold. Just asking, could we get an Aerial Bot Silverbolt from Skyquake? I don't know. To me, I'd say go back and get the Combiner Wars. I'm I don't really like the new way that they've done combiners. I'm not a huge fan of it. I know I'm late, but got the recent Studio Series Sludge and my the Dinobot looks regal together. Oh, they look great together. Skyquake could be used for Machine War, Starscream, or King Atlas. Could. 86 Magnus will be Commander. I think they'll reshell the Earthrise Ultra Magnus. No. They're not going to reshell that Ultra Magnus. It's going to be a new mold for sure. Okay. Wave 4 of Legacy. So we just done Wave 3 in July. Wave 4 is going to come in October, or again, so it's stated, right? We all know that these dates are pretty fishy, right? But it's the one slated for October. That, Gabriel, is when you'll be able to finish your Volcanicus, because in the core class, that's when we're getting Snarl. He will be put in with repacks of Optimus Prime, Sludge, and Slag. So you're getting really ample opportunity to get these Dinobots to make that Volcanicus if you want it. Ample across multiple waves. For the deluxes, I'm in for the deluxes here. Shadow Striker, yeah, give me a deluxe Shadow Striker. Strong Arm, 100% in on Strong Arm. Detritus, like, come on, or Detrius. Yes. And the last of the Insecticons Bombshell. Yes, sir. Loving the deluxes of Wave 4. Voyager Bludgeon. I think that's going to be a reuse of the Tarn mold. And Junkion 2, we don't have a name for yet, will also be a Voyager. And then the leaders in Wave 4 will be a reissue of Dreadwing, who are getting a wave 2, as well as a reissue of Laser Optimus Prime. So the leaders have a lot of reissues this year, but I know that some people certainly missed out on them because of issues with distribution stuff, right? Then we get to Studio Series. Now, this includes Studio Series and Studio Series 86. So there is a wave of Legacy coming out in July. In August, a wave will come out for Studio Series that will include, in the core class, Transformers 3 Bumblebee and 86 Ironhide. So the core class Ironhide that a lot of people have been waiting for will come then. Deluxe War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper, 86 Brawn. So that's been apparently confirmed. 86 Brawn coming out this summer. Gonna go hand in hand with that Beachcomber for a lot of people, I bet. And he's slated as a deluxe. And Transformers Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. For the Voyager class, this is where things start to get... Oh, sorry. I don't know if I said War for Cybertron Cliff Jumper. That's an interesting one, as is the Voyager class War for Cybertron Megatron. Are they going to be the video game version? That's what the good money is on. I guess we'll see when we finally get reveals. And though we've seen the mainline Rhinox, we are going to get a Studio Series Rhinox as a Voyager class in August. So I don't know. Pick your Rhinoxes, I guess. Then in November, we're going to be getting the core classes. By the way, the Wave 4 of Legacy is October. The Studio Series is November. So July, Legacy. August, Studio Series. October, Legacy. November, Studio Series. 86 Frenzy. This will be the black and red version from the movie. Transformers Movie 7, which of course is Rise of the Beast Delta, whatever Delta is, and Hydra. I can't remember what those code names are for. Probably Cheetor and probably a Cheetor and like a Air Razor or something. And Transformers 3B repack. So B is going to be in the August wave. The movie 3B is also going to be in the November wave. For the deluxe class, we're going to get the Rise of the Beast Mirage in Studio Series, Nightbird in Studio Series, and War for Cybertron Bumblebee. So we're getting the Cliff Jumper in the August wave. We're getting the Bumblebee in the November wave. I assume they're going to be the same mold. In the August wave, we're getting the War for Cybertron Megatron as a Voyager, but in the November wave, we're getting the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime as a Voyager. And if you like the Studio Series 86 Ironhide, rejoice, I guess, because you're going to be getting a Voyager Ratchet, or what they're trying to pass off as a Voyager Ratchet. And then at the leader class in November, we're going to be getting Optimus Primal from the Rise of the Beast film and 86 Snarl. And everybody lost their mind this week when a video review went up and then Hasbro made him take it down. I loved it. I was so happy to see a dirty, dirty thief finally get called out. I also sincerely hope that this is not the last version of Snarl, because I hate and detest the unpainted yellow head and the unpainted yellow legs. When you look at the three we have, there is a consistent gold across them. And that gold is incorporated on Snarl. The head got to be painted with it. And the legs got to be painted with it. Because otherwise, when you look at the four of them together, Snarl sticks out like a sore thumb. I love them. But man, please finish that mold. Please, please, please don't just leave that yellow unpainted. Do right by the fans. Keep it all looking consistent. He looks like he will be brilliant. I love the dino mode. I love the robot mode. But man, you gotta do something about that yellow. Plastic. And no, Gabriel, Hasbro made him take it down again. I'm removing this. I'm not leaving that scumbag's name on here. Scumbag. Lost somebody who I followed from very early days, by the way, and I had a lot of respect for. Don't have 1 ounce of respect anymore. Not even slightly. Really, really, really fell. Really, really fell and got him with the wrong crowd, man. Just saying, got in with the wrong crowd. I was very happy to see that review go taken down. Really, really happy. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Let's do the trivia. Let's do the trivia. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the trivia tonight, in Roll For It, the episode, the G1 episode, Roll For It. What is heard for the one and only time in the entire Transformers series? Something is heard in that episode for the only time in the entire G1 series. Is it A, Ratchet's wrist welder? The only time we hear Ratchet's wrist welder. Is it B, Soundwave screaming? Is it C, a specific piece of music that is used when Decepticons retreat into a cave? Or is it D, Starscream's thrusters? What is the sound that we only hear in Roll For It, and it's the only time in Transformers that we hear it? A, Ratchet's wrist welder. B, Soundwave's scream. C, a music riff, I guess we'll call it, a music piece that is played when the Decepticons retreat into a cave. Or D, Starscream's thrusters when he's taking off. What is it? What is it? What is it? Let's see what you guys come up with. So I'm going to put Gabriel in a timeout because obviously he needs to go in a bit of a timeout. I'm not going to have you in here talking badly of me either, Gabriel. I'll remove you if that's the case. But I stand by. No, the other scumbag live. Though I've got a feeling he's not far behind. I thought the yellow was probably just the lighting. No, the yellow, I assume, is an unfinished product, right? I mean, let's be honest. This is a stolen product that is being shown about 10 months early. Surely God, it's not finished. Surely God, it's not finished. Just Hasbro saving him from turning yellow later. Snarl looks fantastic, but all the unpainted parts are rubbing against a lot of plastic in transformation. He just wanted to reveal it before another person, which is even more pathetic. Oh yeah, I mean, it's obviously, if anything, it's like a test shot. Like, it's obviously not done. Let's see. B, says Shansi with a question mark. C, A. D with a question mark. E, I have no clue. Skywarp teleportation. But seriously, C, B. I think another video he had got taken down regarding the NPM Starscream repaint. Good. So it should. His channel should be taken down. All the thieves should be taken down, honestly. It's theft. And you should be charged, quite honestly. Maybe I'll put in a corner. Snarl is supposedly in wave 2 of Studio Series as well. Prototype, maybe on Snarl. Yeah, I would say totally a prototype. Yellow plastic has no signs of yellowing. I hear you, full extent of the law. Now, the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is Shansi got it right. It is B, Soundwave screaming. The only time we hear Soundwave screaming is in Roll For It. Cool. Like, cool. That said, man, oh man, we've been here a long time. Let's get out of here. Woo, there's been a spicy one tonight. Spicy. Been really hot. And I do have one thing this week. It should come as no surprise to anybody who saw the thumbnail. It is, of course, Magnificus. Our boy Magnificus. And, of course, here he is. I love this. I'm not going to lie. I love this. A lot of people haven't. I dig the Perceptor. And I dig this guy. We'll take a look at him Tuesday. Let's say Tuesday. We'll take a look at him Tuesday because tomorrow we're doing the comparison. We'll take a look at this lad on Tuesday pretty quickly. And I think next Friday, I'm going to actually do an upgrade kit that our buddy Joe gave to us. So there you go. Look at that. Ultra Megatronus got it right. Spicy. Like, what? Sunstorm. Fiery flames. Yes, sir. Fiery flames. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it, buddy. And I appreciate you being here. Magnificus. lore is pretty interesting from what I've heard, and I want to grab that figure soon. Plus, he could be seen as a shattered glass version of Perceptor if you're so inclined. I just wish he came with Gamete, but I'll talk about that more in the review. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We've been here a while. I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. Whether we agree, whether we disagree, I value you guys so very much. Please hit the subscribe button, stick around, and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, especially, man, that somehow, some way, each and every single solitary day, you right there, and you too, and you over there on the side, you do make a difference in the world, man. You really do, whether you feel it or not. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams right here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres or the old fashioned way inside the videos.